Hi, welcome back to AITA 51, where we dive into the most unbelievable real stories from Reddit's AITA. This one, it's got marriage, gender expectations, science denial, and a man who drove away after being owned by biology. Let's get into it. My husband said it's my fault we keep having daughters, because I have 3 sisters. He genuinely believed that I'm the reason all our kids are girls. And when I told him, that's not how biology works, he didn't believe me. Not until I got his own mother, a biology major, to explain it to him. And let's just say, he didn't take it well. The title, AITA, for explaining to my husband he's the reason we keep having daughters. This one posted 1 year ago. Got 39K upvotes and 7.2K comments. Let's dive in. I'm 30 years old. I have 2 daughters already, and I'm currently pregnant with our 3rd girl. When we found out this morning that we're having another daughter, my husband seemed a little off. He didn't say much at first, but on the way to his mother's house for brunch, he finally spoke. Well, I guess I should have expected this. You have 3 sisters after all. I paused and blinked. Did he really just say that? So I asked him what he meant, and he explained, confidently, like he knew what he was talking about, that I must be the reason we're having all girls. It's genetics, he said. I told him, that's not how biology works. He pushed back, said of course it is, that his mom only had brothers, and his 2 older brothers who are half-siblings. By the way, both have sons. So obviously their wives, who have brothers, must be wives. I couldn't help but laugh a little. Not to be mean, but I truly thought he was joking at first. But no, he was dead serious, and starting to get frustrated. I calmly explained that the male determines the sex of the baby. That's basic 8th grade biology. 20 means girl, XY means boy, and the man contributes that final chromosome. He doubled down. No, you're just saying that because it makes you feel better. So then I brought up the obvious. His dad, who he shares a last name with, has 8 children. 5 of them are girls, 3 are boys. If male genetics determined it that clearly, that ratio wouldn't exist. At this point, he's clearly annoyed and says, I'll just ask my mom. She has a degree in biology anyway. So I said, sure, let's ask her. We set up a meeting with his mom. So we get to his parents' house for brunch. We sit down. Everyone's eating, talking. Then my husband clears his throat and asks his mom, loud enough for the whole table to hear, hey mom, is it true that the reason we keep having girls is because of her genetics? His mom puts down her fork, looks at him for a second, and then says bluntly, no, it's you. Men determine the sex of the baby. Always have. That's basic science. She even adds that the more kids you have of one gender, the more likely the next one will be the same. So, yeah, if we keep going, we might eventually get a boy. But it's not 50-50 every time. The table went dead silent. My husband didn't say a word. He just stood up, walked out, got in the car, and drove away. He didn't say goodbye, didn't say thank you. Just left. About 10 minutes later, I get a text from him. It read, you didn't have to embarrass me like that. This whole thing made me realize just how deeply fragile some people's egos can be, especially when they're faced with facts that challenge their pride. I wasn't trying to humiliate him. I was trying to explain science. Something our kid will learn in school one day. What shocked me more wasn't that he didn't know the biology. Not everyone remembers that stuff. It was how quick he was to blame me, and then refused to listen when I corrected him. And it makes me wonder, what if our kids, all girls, grow up hearing this kind of stuff? That they're less than because they weren't the son he hoped for. I want them to be proud to be girls. I want them to know they are wanted and valued, and not just a mistake of genetics. So yeah, maybe he was embarrassed, but sometimes the truth is worth the awkward silence. So guys, what do you think? Was I wrong for correcting him in front of his mom? Or was it the only way to finally get through to him? Let me know in the comments. And if you've ever had to deal with someone blaming you for something they should have owned themselves, you're not alone. Thanks for listening, and remember, always speak up, even if it gets a little uncomfortable. Until next time, this is AITA 51.